Dear students, today we learned about the third chapter of 2B, that is conic section. In the conic section, there are three parts: parabola, ellipse, and hyperbola. First, we discussed about what is conic. For that, we take a fixed point S. If S is a fixed point, this is the fixed point S, and L is equal to 0 is a fixed line. P is a variable point. That P moves such that SP by PM. Here what is PM? PM is the perpendicular distance from P to the fixed line L is equal to 0. The ratio of SP by PM is always constant. So locus of that point P is the conic. Here this is the point P. First we consider SP by PM. Suppose the value of SP by PM is equal to suppose 0.9. Again we take another point P. Again we find SP by PM. Now the value of SP by PM is also 0.9. We take that point P. Like that, we collect the points P's such that the ratio of SP and PM is always constant. Then make joining of that points. We have a curve. That curve is called conic. Okay. Conic is nothing but the locus of a point P such that SP by PM is equal to constant. Here S is a fixed point, L is equal to 0 is a fixed line. PM is the perpendicular distance drawn from P to the fixed line L is equal to 0. Here the fixed point S is called the focus of the conic. The fixed line L is equal to 0 is called the directrix of the conic. Okay. The constant value E, the constant is denoted by E. That E is called eccentricity. The constant ratio E is called the eccentricity. Here you observe this is the line passes through S and perpendicular to the directrix. This is called axis of the conic. Axis of the conic. Now we discussed about parabola, ellipse and hyperbola. This conic is transformed as parabola, ellipse, hyperbola according to the value of E. E is nothing but SP by PM is equal to constant. That constant value is E. If the value E is equal to 1, the conic is called a parabola. That means E means SP by PM is equal to 1. That is, if SP is equal to PM, P moves as that SP is equal to PM, the locus of P is called the parabola. If the value E is lies between 0 and 1, that is, if 0 less than E less than 1, the conic is called an ellipse. If the value E is greater than 1, the conic is called a hyperbola. Okay. Now the conic is parabola when E is equal to 1. The conic is ellipse if the value of E is lies between 0 and 1, that is 0 less than E less than 1. If the value of E is greater than 1, the conic is hyperbola. Now we discussed about parabola. When we say the conic is parabola, yes, the ratio of SP and PM is 1 is to 1. That is 1. SP by PM is equal to 1. That means SP is equal to PM. Then the locus of P is called parabola. So for parabola, what is the eccentricity E? Yes, that is equal to 1. Okay. Now we learn the equation of a parabola in the standard form. What is the equation of parabola in the standard form? So for that, this equation of the parabola in the standard form is very important in our IPE. Most important for 7 marks. Okay. Also the proof of this equation of the parabola in standard form is also very important to solve the problems of parabola. For that, let S be the focus of the parabola and L is equal to 0 is the directrix of the parabola. L is equal to 0 is the directrix of the parabola. Draw a perpendicular from S to the directrix L is equal to 0. Let this Z be the foot of the perpendicular drawn from S on the directrix. Let capital A be the midpoint of SZ bar. That A is the midpoint of SZ bar. So if since A is the midpoint means the lengths of SA and AZ are equal. So SA is equal to AZ. Therefore SA by AZ is equal to 1. If SB by PM is equal to 1, the locus of P is the parabola. Here SA by AZ is equal to 1. AZ means the perpendicular distance from A to the directrix. So this satisfies the definition of the parabola. Therefore, A is a point on the parabola. Suppose the distances of SA and AZ is equal to A. That A is greater than 0. Okay, SA is equal to small a and AZ is equal to also small a because the two are equal. Draw a line Y dash through capital A and parallel to the directrix L is equal to 0. This is Y dash parallel to the directrix L is equal to 0 which is passes through A. Now we take this ZX bar as x-axis and Y dash bar as y-axis. So the point of intersection of the axis is origin. Here the point of intersection of the axis is A. So A is equal to 0, 0. Here S is on the x-axis of the distance A units from the origin A. Therefore, the coordinates of S is equal to A0. Okay. This is the coordinates of S. The focus S is equal to A0. So here in A is 0, 0 is called the vertex of the parabola. Vertex of the parabola. Okay. Equation of the directrix. Here observe the directrix L is equal to 0 is parallel to the y-axis and A units to left side of the y-axis. So equation line parallel to y-axis x is equal to, so the distance is A but left side of y-axis, so x is equal to minus A is the equation of the directrix. That is x plus A is equal to 0 is the equation of the directrix. Okay, this is the equation of the directrix is x plus A is equal to 0. Now to find the parabola, we find the locus of the point P. So for that, let P x1 y1 be any point on the locus. That is P x1 y1 any point on the parabola. Now to find the equation of the parabola, we find the locus of P such that SP by PM is equal to 1. So for that, first we find PM. PM is nothing but the perpendicular distance from the point P x1 y1 to the directrix x plus A is equal to 0. The perpendicular distance from a point to the line is modulus ax1 plus by1 plus c by root of a square plus b square. Okay. Now this is equal to modulus ax1 plus by1 plus c by root of a square plus b square means substitute the point x1 y1 on the directrix. Okay. So x1 plus a by root of a means the coefficient of x is 1 plus b square means b is the coefficient of y. Here there is no yth term. So the coefficient of y, that is b is equal to 0. So square root of modulus x1 plus a by root of 1 plus 0. That is equal to modulus x1 plus a. That is the Pm. Now for parabola, Sp by Pm is equal to 1. That means Sp is equal to Pm. Squaring on both sides. Sp square is equal to Pm square. Now what is Sp? Yes, the distance between S and P. Here S is A0, P is x1, y1. So Sp square is x1 minus a whole square plus y1 minus 0 whole square is equal to Pm. Pm means, here Pm is modulus x1 plus a. So modulus x1 plus a whole square is Pm square. Okay. Now y1 square is equal to, bring that x1 minus a whole square to right side. Here x1 plus a whole square minus x1 minus a whole square. That is a plus b whole square minus a minus b whole square. Here this is a plus b whole square minus a minus b whole square. So we have y1 square is equal to a plus b. What is a plus b whole square minus a minus b whole square? Yes, 4ab. So that is y1 square is equal to 4a x1. So locus of p x1 y1 means put x comma y in the places of x1 comma y1. So we have y square is equal to 4ax. Yes, locus of p x1 y1 is nothing but the parabola. So equation of the parabola is y square is equal to 4ax. This is the equation of the parabola in the standard form is y square is equal to 4ax. This is very, very important to our IPE. Here, each step of the proof of the parabola are very, very important. Once again observe, A is the midpoint of SZ. Okay. Directrix is perpendicular to the axis. These 2 points are very important to solve problems of parabola. Again, once again, also you want Pm. Here Pm is equal to x1 plus a. You remember that value. Okay. Now, nature of the curve. What is the nature of the curve? Here our parabola is y square is equal to 4ax. If y is equal to 0, we have 4ax is also is equal to 0. Therefore, x is equal to 0. That means x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0 satisfies our parabola y square is equal to 4x. Therefore, our parabola is passes through the origin 0, 0. Here 0, 0 is nothing but vertex A. So, A0, 0 is a point on the parabola. That means the parabola is passes through the origin A0, 0. This A0, 0 is called the vertex of the parabola. If x is greater than equals to 0, x greater than means x tends to plus infinity. Then y is equal to plus or minus infinity. That means y is plus or minus infinity means if you put the one value for x, y has two values with equal magnitude but opposite signs. That means you observe roughly, suppose this is the x-axis and this is the y-axis. This is the origin, that is the vertex A. For the one value of x positive, positive means right side of the y-axis. Suppose the x value is suppose here 1. According to the value of x, we have two values for y, plus or minus. That means the values of y are equal in magnitude but opposite signs. Suppose if this is one value, this is another value in equal distances. For another value of x, y value, suppose this is one y value, this is another y value. For another value of x, this is one value of y, this is one value of y. If make joining of these points, this is the parabola curve. Okay, that means our parabola symmetrical about our x-axis and lies in which quadrants? Yes, first quadrant and fourth quadrant. So the parabola in the standard form y square is equal to 4x lies in the first quadrant and fourth quadrant and symmetrical about x-axis. Okay. Now, if x is less than 0, that is if you take the value of x as negative. So what is y square? Y square is equal to 4x. 4 is positive. A greater than is positive. So if x is negative, y square is in terms of negative. If y square is negative, y has no real values. So if y has no real values, the parabola is not real if x less than 0. That means the parabola does not exist on the left side of y-axis. That is not in second and third quadrant. Okay. If x increases infinitely, the two values of y also increase in infinitely. Suppose observe this. This is x-axis, y-axis. Already we draw. This is the parabola like this. Suppose this is the parabola like this. If x tends to plus infinity like this, y tends to plus infinity like this, minus infinity like this. That means the curve does not meet the x-axis again. The curve meets the x-axis at a 0 only, because as x tends to plus infinity, y tends to plus infinity and minus infinity like this. So as x tends to plus infinity, y tends to plus or minus infinity. So the y value increase infinity in magnitude. So the curve is open to the right side. You observe the right side is open. That means the curve is not bounded. Open curve. The curve is open curve. Okay. Now we discussed about some definitions. Suppose this is the parabola with vertex A and focus S. Okay. You observe this is a chord. The yellow color line is a chord. Passes through the focus. So this chord is called the focal chord. The chord which is passes through the focus is called a focal chord. Now, you observe this is a point on the parabola. This is a point P on the parabola. This is also a chord. Passes through the point P and perpendicular to the axis. Perpendicular to the axis. This chord is called the double ordinate. Double ordinate. This is the chord passes through the point on the parabola and perpendicular to the axis. This is called the double ordinate. You observe this chord. This is also a chord, but passes through the focus and perpendicular to the axis. This chord is called a focal chord. Focal chord. So here we have three chords. Yellow color is the focal chord. Red color is the double ordinate. Yellow color is the latus rectum. This is also focal chord, but this focal chord is passes through the focus and perpendicular to the axis. So this focal chord is called the latus rectum. Latus rectum is also a focal chord because that passes through the focus. But another property, perpendicular to the axis. So this is called the latus rectum. So double ordinate. Latus rectum is also double ordinate because double ordinate is nothing but passes through a point on the parabola and perpendicular to the axis. The focal chord, the latus rectum is also perpendicular to the axis and passes through a point on the parabola. But here this is another property other than double ordinate, that is passes through the focus. So latus rectum is the focal chord, passes through the focus and perpendicular to the axis. Now we find the length of the latus rectum. Suppose equation of parabola is y square is equal to 4x. Let LSL dash is the latus rectum. Latus rectum means perpendicular to the axis and passes through the focus. Let SL is equal to K. So SL is, if we multiplying that SL2 with 2, we have LL dash. Okay. So since s is equal to a0, the coordinates of L also a comma k. Okay. Since LAK is on the parabola, LAK is on the parabola, we have substitute AK in y square is equal to 4ax. So you put k in the place of y. This is the parabola y square is 4x. Substitute ak in this equation. Y is equal to k, so k square. 4a into x is equal to, the x coordinate is a, so k square is equal to 4a into a, that is equal to 4a square is nothing but 2a whole square. Okay, that is k square is equal to 2a square. Therefore k is equal to 2a. K is nothing but SL, so SL is equal to 2a. Now length of the lattice rectum LL dash is equal to twice of SL, double of SL. So 2 into SL, that is equal to 2 into SL is K. So 2 into K, that is 2 into, here already find K is equal to A. 2 into 2A, that is equal to 4A. So length of the lattice rectum to the parabola y square is equal to 4x is 4A. Now we discuss various forms of the parabola, various forms of the parabola. Here the axis is on the x-axis or on the y-axis. If in the case 1, this is the case 1, you observe this case 1. Here the axis is on the x-axis, this is the axis on the x-axis. Okay, so axis is x-axis. So equation of the axis is y is equal to 0. Vertex is a 0 0. Focus is, S is the focus on the x-axis, so a 0. And equation of directrix is x plus a is equal to 0. Equation of tangent at vertex, here the equation tangent at vertex is the y-axis. Y-axis equation is x is equal to 0. Lattice rectum already we find 4a. Ends of the lattice rectum, that is the coordinates of L and L dash is a 2a, a minus 2a. If the axis is on x-axis and y square is equal to 4x, a greater than 0, these are the formulas for that y square is equal to 4x where a greater than 0 case. If the parabola is, suppose this is the parabola is y square is equal to 4a minus 4x where a greater than 0. Here y square is equal to minus 4ax. For y square is must be greater than or equal to 0, x must be less than 0. So if x less than 0, the parabola is left side of the y-axis, negative of x-axis. So in this case, the formulas are x is also here, x-axis, x is equal to 0. That is equal to x is equal to x-axis is the axis. So equation of the axis y is equal to 0. Vertex is 0 0. Here the focus is on x-axis but left side of the y-axis. So minus a 0. Directrix is parallel to y-axis, right side of the y-axis. So x is equal to a, that is x minus a is equal to 0. Equation tangent is the y-axis is the equation of tangent at the vertex, that is equal to x is equal to 0. Length is not changed, so length of the lattice rectum is 4a. The ends of the lattice rectum are in the second quadrant and third quadrant. So the ends of the lattice rectum are in the second quadrant, minus a 2a and minus a minus 2a. Because this is the second case. The third case, if the equation of parabola is y, x square is equal to 4ay. Here the square to x. So the curve is symmetrical about x-axis. The formulas are like this. If x square is equal to minus 4ay, the formulas are like this. You must know the cases of the parabola. Here in 4 cases, the axis is on the x-axis or on the y-axis, and vertex is 0 0. But there are 4 more cases that the axis is neither on x-axis nor on y-axis. That means the axis is parallel to x-axis or parallel to y-axis. Vertex is not equals to 0 0. Vertex is hk, which are not equals to 0 0. There are another 4 cases. Okay, we discussed about that cases in our next part. Okay, thank you.